Jeff here with RV Optimizer, and man, I think most of the country is pretty darn hot this time of year. We live in just outside of Phoenix, and it is tremendously hot. So we called our friend Ray. Ray has done all of our vehicles over the years, and we asked him to put ceramic tint on the windshield of our Sprinter van and the side windows.
All right, my name is Ray. I'm from Sierra Window Tint. I've been doing this for 34 years. Specializing in ceramic window film. Ceramic window film, what it does is it knocks out about 80% of the heat, 91% of the infrared, which is the heat producing wavelengths of the sun, 99% of the UV or ultraviolet, and that's what damages your interior, your skin, and so on and so forth. Very, very popular film. The lifetime of that film is usually 15 to 18 years. You can do it in almost clear and get the same heat rejections, the same protections out of that. Beyond that, care for that type of window film is usually anything non-abrasive, no ammonias, soft terry cloth towels, and that's about it. We're going to do this RV right now and get it done.
Now, the nice thing about it, as you're watching Ray actually clean it, prep it, and install it, is that you can do a really light film, which doesn't really look tinted. But the nice thing about ceramic is it basically blocks out all the UV rays and the heat that comes from the windshield. So we wanted to put that on there to help correct our heat problem, because as you guys know, if you're in any of these type of RVs, it's like a fishbowl. What Ray did is really help us out with putting that tint all over to help us with the heat. But our question was, man, we're going to put Starlink in here. Is that going to impact how the Starlink works? So let me back up for just a moment, because my Freedom Aire came pre-wired for Starlink. When I received the RV, what I found was it's pre-wired on the roof, and I thought, great. I called my friends at Trio Flat Mount, and I said, I want to put a Mini on the roof of my RV. Now, like a lot of you, the RV's mine doesn't have a metal roof, and they have such a cool program that basically puts adhesives on magnets, and then you encompass the Mini dish, and then you have 4 legs that are magnets that now work to those adhesive magnets that you put on the roof. Those guys were super nice. They sent me that setup for a Gen 3 dish. When I found out this was pre-wired for a high-performance Gen 3, it's only 10 times more expensive, okay? $2,500 for that high-performance Gen 3. Overkill, I don't really need that. So I was gonna go the Gen 3 route. When I found out the wiring wasn't gonna work for that, so I decided to go get a Mini, a Starlink Mini, and I'm gonna put it on the dash and have it connect and work from that angle. So I got a mount, put it on the dash. They make them to either hook right to your windshield or right in the cup holder. That didn't really work because, as you can see in my Freedom Aire, I have the overhang here that when I put something on the windshield here, it was partially blocked, and so I wasn't getting a signal from Starlink to really connect well. Now, the good thing that I found about the Freedom Aire is that in that cab, if you scan all the way back, you can see that it has a window on the very top. And so I thought, why not put one up there? So let's go look inside. So basically what I did is I used this window that is over the bunk, and I called my friends back up at Trio Flat Mount and said, can you help me? And so they sent me this cool little device. All right, so let me show you how easy this is to use and maneuver. So it's got a little point right here that you basically just pinch, and when you slide this into the Mini, that just connects in. These you put where you want, and the cool thing about these is you just pump this until the little white line goes away, and then you know exactly it's as good as it's going to get on the suction, and it is super strong. The other thing I'll point out to you that's really cool that they did with this is this little tab right here. When you want to remove this whole configuration from the window, you literally just lift that little tab and it loosens the suction and allows it to come right off. Really easy and convenient. I was concerned I was going to have to put a credit card or something behind there to get it off the window, but with that, super easy. And then right here, there again, you just pinch this, slide the whole thing off. So what you have to do first is put your cable on. So you run your cable through. This is your power cable. Go ahead and connect it.
and then just slide that forward and then mount that right on the window by pumping these little guys right up. That's it.
And so then I just ran my cabling along the side, and I have a connector right here that is very convenient. What I found is the ceramic tint had actually zero impact in the connectivity of the Starlink. And so we get just as fast speed as we had prior to. And with our mount now up here in the window, out of the way, but no, we're connected all the time, whether we're driving down the road or any campsites. So I would recommend, if you guys are looking for an easy mount for your Starlink Mini, you could mount this literally on the dash, on the windshield, if you don't have an overhang like I did, or potentially something like this. I'll put the link to the Trio flat mount site in the description section if you guys want to go check it out. Those guys are experts in not only this type of connection, but anything as relates to Starlink. And you can see here, SpaceX is actually deploying more satellites as we speak. What perfect timing. Thanks for watching, and I hope all your future RV trips are optimized.